of esteemed leaders and elder statesmen known as the Patriots have called on President Bola Tinubu to convene a Constituent Assembly aimed at drafting a new people-centered constitution for Nigeria. The group, led by former Commonwealth Secretary Chief Emeka Anyaoku, made this appeal on Friday during a meeting at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa. The Patriots urged President Tinubu to introduce an executive bill to the National Assembly seeking approval to establish the Constituent Assembly. The group also proposed that the Assembly should comprise of 3 representatives from each of Nigeria's 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, adding that the draft constitution produced by this body will then be subjected to a national referendum for ratification. And during the meeting, Chief Anyaoku also addressed the ongoing nationwide hunger protest and urging both federal and state governments to engage in the dialogue with the protest leaders. The group further advised security agencies to avoid the use of lethal force in managing the unrest.
Meeting with the President. We, the Patriots, and I believe you know what the Patriots are. The Patriots are a non-partisan group of eminent Nigerians. Some call us leaders of thought, who are committed to the unity of our country and good governance of our country under a legitimate people's democratic constitution. So we came to convey this view that Nigeria needs a people's democratic constitution. Nigeria, we affirmed to Mr. President, is a pluralistic country. And you know that pluralistic countries exist all over the world. Those of them that addressed their pluralism by having true federal constitutions have survived. The example is India and Canada. But those pluralistic countries that failed to address their basic challenge of pluralism through federal constitution have ended up disintegrating. Examples of that are Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia. Here in Africa, Sudan. These countries existed, in the case of Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia, for about 100 years as one country, but they eventually disintegrated because they could not manage their pluralism through truly federal constitution. And we put some proposals to Mr. President. And we urged him to send a president's executive bill to the National Assembly, a bill that will call for 2 essential measures. One, the convening of a National Constituent Assembly to be mandated to produce a new draft constitution. And we suggested that such National Constituent Assembly should consist of individuals elected by the people on non-party basis. Say, for example, 3 individuals per state, per each of the 36 states, and 1 from the Federal Capital Territory, should be mandated to produce a new draft constitution. And we also suggested that in the bill, the National Assembly should be asked to legislate for a national referendum, because as our laws stand at the moment, we have no provision for a national referendum. And we concluded by saying that the draft constitution to emerge from the Constituent Assembly should be subjected to the national referendum in order to give the peoples of Nigeria a chance to determine their new constitution. We also
President
talked
Bola Ahmed
about
Tinubu has held a meeting with the